Superheroes are not needed to fight crime in your neighborhood. You are. Crimestoppers of Pinellas County is enticing everyone to step up and say something if you see a crime happening around you. And Alan McHale, Greg Tida are back to talk about this program and how it is a win-win for the entire community. Guys, welcome back. I have learned so much about Crimestoppers since talking with you. And first, let's overall talk about Crimestoppers. Maybe you've seen the logo, you've heard the name, but what is it? How does the program work? Alan, explain the steps.
Well, I'll give you a clear example of it. We had one last week. I got into the office about 8 o'clock, opened up the tip tool, and there was a tip about a fugitive that was in a residence in St. Petersburg. I sent that to the local patrol office for St. Petersburg, and 44 minutes after me opening the tip, the person was in custody. Whew. So after that, I then contact anonymously the tipster. And I tell them that an arrest was made and that if they would like to go to the bank, they can, with the code number that they have for the tip, give the teller the code number. The teller will hand them a check. They countersign that check with the code number, hand it back to the teller, and they get the cash reward. So that at no time will they be asked for their identity. All they need is the code number that they're given when they hand the tip in to us at the beginning. So it's really simple, and we make it safe and secure for the tipster.
And you really can stay anonymous. I don't think
absolutely, 100%. We don't want the information, quite honestly. It doesn't help us with Crimestoppers. Crimestoppers was built right from the very beginning, back in 1976, on the premise that their safety and security was paramount, and their anonymity guarantees that.
I've always wondered when you heard about the rewards how it actually happened. So I'm so glad that you're able to talk about the relationship with the banks to be able to get these rewards out there. Yes. Which another interesting thing though, Greg, you were just saying before we got started, some people give a tip, but the reward is the last thing on their minds.
It goes back to doing the right thing. A lot of people want to report something. They want to make sure that the law enforcement gets involved. An arrest may or may not be made, but they've done the right thing. And if they get a tip code number to go to the bank, we're finding that less than 50%, probably even lower than that, will even try to get a reward. They just want to do the right thing. The money is secondary.
And of course, we do want to address too, the money is not involved with law enforcement or anything, because you guys are 501c3, which is still so important to bring up again.
That's correct. Yeah, we raise the money through grants, and we also raise the money by having events locally. So, and from donations from the public too. Public can donate through our website if they've a community spirit in mind. But yeah, we can take the money from them. I'll take your cash too.
I like that, but you're doing wonderful things with it. Yes. You know, if people do have a call and they say they talk themselves out and they're like, oh, this isn't a tip that Crimestoppers would be interested in, or my tip doesn't really matter. What do you want people out there to know if they do think they've seen something?
Well, if they call the tip, that tip is answered actually in Canada, which is really unique in a way because it's real hard to access document information from Canada. If a state attorney or a defense attorney wants that information, it's very hard to get that information. Your anonymity is very important, and if our program ever divulged a source, it may not ever survive. So that's one of the reasons why our call takers are in Canada.
I had no idea of that. When I even asked too, we're talking about Pinellas County, what about people in Hillsborough? What about people in Pasco? You say it's always the same phone number. And again, now knowing the calls actually get answered in Canada just to protect the anonymity. So what do you want people out there to know? What is worthy of a call to Crimestoppers? Is there anything?
We want information. If they know of a crime that's taken place, or if they know about the whereabouts of some stolen property. We've recovered over $500,000 in stolen property since the program began, and over $5 million in narcotics. So even if you know the whereabouts of some stolen property, then let us know that. If you know of a crime that's taken place, or if you know of someone who's planning an event or planning a crime, then let us know that as well. No information is bad information. All information is acted upon. We always follow through with it and get it to the right agency, whether the agency is local or if it's in the Tampa Bay area or if it's national or even international, we get that information out to the law enforcement with a jurisdiction to do something about it.
And we are actually out of time. We want to be sure and share the information for you to help stop a crime. There it is on your screen, the phone number, website, and also kids too. Definitely report anything in the schools. I think we cannot mention that enough. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This has been so educational.
Unique.